in terms of disclosure of financial support, so we are funded by the Digital Research Alliance of Canada and from the Faculty of Medicine, who provided incredible support. So I want to really thank them. And we've also received in-kind support from the Faculty of Medicine and also from the Faculty of Medicine Francophone Affairs for the continuing professional development at the University of Ottawa. And we have no conflicts of interests to declare. So now that those matters, important matters, are finished, I want to introduce Catharina Armond, who's going to talk to us about the Digital Research Alliance program. And I really want to thank Anna, who did almost all of the work to prepare for this symposium, and I'm indebted to you, Anna. So please come.
David, it's very nice. But good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Let me just place this here. Okay. Thank you all very much for being here with us today. It's great. Can you hear me? No? Yeah, yeah. I think it is, yes. So thank you very much for being here with us, and we are very glad to have you both in person and online. So we are here at the Data Champions, Ottawa Data Champions Symposium, but who are the Data Champions and what is this project about? So I will talk a little bit briefly about the goals of the Ottawa Data Champions in the Biomedicine program. So my name is Catharina Armond, and I'm a postdoc at the Ottawa Hospital Research Institute. And for full disclosure, my fellowship is funded by the Digital Research Alliance. So in 2021, the Canadian tri-agencies released a policy that would require researchers to submit the data management plans as part of grant proposals, research institutions to develop and make public RDM strategies, and a goal to implement data deposits of funded research. So this initiative from the tri-agencies aligns pretty much with what have been done of other funding agencies such as NIH or Horizon Europe. And the Digital Research Alliance of Canada has funded Data Champions groups to build research capacity and address the research community's educational infrastructure and community needs to implement the tri-agency RDM policy. So the Ottawa Data Champions team is funded by the Alliance Data Champions Pilot Project, and our project started last year in April, and it's coming to an end for this pilot. So our general goal was to develop a pan-Ottawa network of data champions in biomedicine to advance disciplinary awareness, understanding, development, and adoption of research data management tools, best practices, and resources. So our team represents a collaboration between the University of Ottawa Heart Institute, the Ottawa Hospital Research Institute, and the Faculty of Medicine, Library, and the Office of Continuing Education at the University of Ottawa. Our team here includes content experts in research data management in different areas of medicine, coming from preclinical trials, indigenous data, big data, clinical data, and so on, as well as implementation scientists and information scientists. So I'm here today representing a larger group, and thank you all for being part of it. So in order to reach our general goal for this pilot, we developed a set of actions to address training and mentoring, promoting and advancing RDM, addressing disciplinary challenges, informing future initiatives, and also driving culture change. So today, I'll be talking about the main actions of this project and what we have done in the past year. So I'll highlight here these three main actions, but you can also find all the information about our group in our website. So for that, we organized a research data management workshop series that started in September last year until December last year. We have also developed data management plans, case examples, and templates, and we established a data champions program. So I'll briefly talk about each one of them so you can get to know more about our group. Well, anticipating the RDM policy implementation challenges, we identified a lack of training opportunities in RDM and data sharing for biomedical researchers. And the Ottawa Data Champion team organized an online workshop series, as I mentioned, from September to December 22, on research data management for biomedical researchers. The workshop program was developed to discuss the new policies, tools, and best practices in research data management and to address these challenges of the Canadian Tri-Agency's new policy. And for that, we wanted to provide an overview about the main challenges when managing and sharing research data, especially for biomedical researchers, and providing both generalized and specialized training. The generalized topics included, for example, how to create a DMP, or about the FAIR principles or policies and regulations on RDM in Canada. But as we know, within medicine, there are different types of data, and it's a very diverse field. So we wanted also to address disciplinary differences within medicine. And for that, we included sessions dedicated for each of the main topics we could identify, and obviously we couldn't be so comprehensive, but we hope to provide better training in the future. But we included, for example, sessions dedicated for sharing biological data, or sharing clinical trials data, or how to manage or how to use data deposits and data repositories. So taking into account these disciplinary differences, we have also used this for the data management plans. The Canadian Tri-Agencies, as I mentioned, requires researchers to submit DMPs as part of grant proposals. So a data management plan, or a DMP, is a document that outlines what you're gonna do with your data during and after the research project. We are gonna learn more about data management plans in Jody Edwards' presentation later today, so I'm not gonna enter into details of the elements. And this is, as the Canadian Tri-Agencies, the funding agencies and also educational institutions and research institutions provide DMP templates. But as you can see here, there are many elements. For example, what type of data you're gonna work, or how long you're gonna store and archive and share this data, how you're gonna do this, if there are any ethical concerns involved, privacy, confidentiality, what type of analysis you're gonna do, and how the whole process of metadata as well, what type of supporting information you need in order to someone to get your data and be able to understand what is going on there. So although we have different templates, first of all, they can differ across funding agencies and institutions. And also it can be hard for researchers to navigate this when you have to tailor to your particular data. For example, someone who uses human subjects data will have different concerns than someone from preclinical or animal data. So taking this into account, we believe that the idea of one size fits all doesn't really work here. So getting a general template can be a bit tricky if you are starting or you're moving towards these RDM policies, and it's still everything like can be still unknown for many people. So here within medicine, we have different types of data, as I mentioned. We have tabular, images, biological specimens, and they have to be treated in a different way when stored and shared. We have also different research designs that should also be there in the data management plan. And as I mentioned, we have different ethical concerns and other issues such as privacy and confidentiality. So because of that, we created data management plans, case examples, and templates. And for this particular project, we created 3 different DMPs, one for randomized clinical trials, one for preclinical studies, and for genomics data. So these DMPs, they are under the last round of reviews now, and we hope to make them available on our website and to upload them in the following weeks. And they will also be followed by a toolkit. So this toolkit will be important because it will include the standards, definitions, links, and other resources relevant to that particular type of data. For instance, for RCTs, we have the clinical data standards, for example. So if someone gets a DMP, or if it's not so familiar with this whole process and this new, or not that new, but hopefully soon known for everyone, they can get these definitions and links to where to find all their training support or other guidance materials. So these are the ones that we will provide by the end of this project. But if you have any idea about some particular type of data that lacks some guidance when creating a DMP, we welcome everyone's input. So here about the workshop and about the DMPs, we've done this with an intense collaboration of different researchers from different areas of medicine, RDM specialists, and so on. And we will talk about our Data Champions cohort. So the Data Champions cohort is actually volunteers who help members of the research community to properly process research data. So they promote good practices of research data management and support FAIR principles, which are the findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable data. Any member of the University of Ottawa or affiliated institutes who are interested in research data management, sharing data, open science, or any other aspect and would like to provide guidance to RDM can apply to become part of our group. And you don't need to be an expert to become a data champion. We are going to provide trainings and workshops to help you expand your knowledge. So we welcome members of different career stages and any positions to apply. So the activities of a data champion can include providing one-to-one or group guidance and discussions on RDM, promoting RDM in their institutes, groups, or departments, participating on our research and studies on research data management and sharing, and helping the development of RDM tools and data management plans, for example, the 3 that I mentioned. So we already have a group of data champions, part of our Ottawa Data Champions group. But if you are interested and you think that you could help us, you are welcome to become part of our group. And here there is a QR code that leads to our survey link where you can add your name and your email address, and we will contact you about this later. So this was a briefly summary about our Ottawa Data Champions group. You can find all the information about the group, our goals, our other initiatives that I haven't mentioned here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope to see you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I just wanted to tell you that for the RDM workshop, they are all available on our website. We recorded all the sessions. You can access all the links on our YouTube channel and also on the website. They are roughly 1 hour long, each session with questions and answers, and we welcome also any feedback that you have for us. Thank you so much.